time solo on this one. Squints is got stuff going on. Wasn't sure when he'd be able to make it over for this, and already a little bit late. If you couldn't tell from the title, doing a little bit of Batman Team Up unboxing. So of course, it also doesn't help that I'm stoked and couldn't wait myself and excited to do this. I thought I'd also go ahead and show you the dice and tokens for this because, well, it's DC and I love it all, of course. So the token set, there's a Batman. In it, they did kind of black with like a magenta pink color, which looks pretty nice in person. Catwoman. Of course, you gotta have the Joker, my favorite. Nightwing. Robin. And then the Penguin. The backside, some bystanders, a little bit of sneak peek into the set. Sometimes, at this point, you probably already have an idea of what's in there, but we have a negative spirit bystander, so that'll be cool. Clayface duplicate. Excited to see. Hopefully, you can pull a Clayface that spits those out. Excited to see how he is. Tentacles. If I'm not mistaken, there's an Aquaman in the set that spits those guys out. So there's a couple of them that have the tentacles. Let's see. So Batman, Nightwing, and Catwoman, and Robin. They all have tentacles on the back. So those four are all tentacles. The Clayface duplicates on the back of the Joker, and the Penguin is the negative spirit. So those are pretty nice. And then the dice there. Let's see if I can get the light on those. Kind of nice. Again, that magenta pink color really pops off that black. So must have set for me. But it's a nice set of dice and tokens. It's one of my favorite DC dice and token sets they put out in quite a while, which isn't saying much because they haven't put out a lot of DC in quite a while in general. Next thing, before we start breaking into the boosters themselves, is I actually got a legacy card pack with my brick, and so I got a Harley and Ivy from the Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls set. So a legacy card for them. Which there was a couple that I had seen that I wanted out of this set. This wasn't one of my top ones, but it's still cool, and I have the figure, so now I can use it. They gave it a cool, I can't think of the word right now, but function is the word that's coming to my head, so we'll go with that, where they can split apart. So Harley and Ivy is the one figure, but there's a way that you can basically bring in a Harley or Ivy, maybe both. So, and then I also got a Team Up card, which couldn't have been more perfect. I got the Joker Team Up card. So the Joker, the Team Up is Arkham Asylum or Injustice League theme team. If the Joker is part of a listed theme team, friendly characters that have a team ability that Joker has can use toughness. So if they have Mystics or Batman enemy team ability, they can also use toughness. And then this Joker has a trait which friendly characters with the Batman enemy team ability have Mystics. So he's an uncommon. I sure hope I pull one of this guy, because of course I want all the Jokers, but he looks like a fun Joker piece. So let's go ahead and break into this bad boy. Again, a little late on the unboxing. Set's been out. You know, we already did our Spider-Man Beyond Amazing unboxing. Funny enough, I was able to pick up that before I was able to pick this up. So get some of this. Our local store, with us being a little later, didn't have any more of the Batman Team Up, but they got some in. And, you know, for this set, if you've heard us talking, I'm a big fan of all the Lantern stuff. Got we started in way after the War of Light, and I have gathered up the majority of the Lantern stuff by now. So I'm big fan of that stuff, especially in Heroclix. I mean, I think I've shown it in some of the videos before. I've got my 2 massive Lantern graphic novels back there. So let's dig into this. I'm really excited to try to pull some constructs and some of the new figures. I'm not big on the Teen Titans Go stuff, the big-headed goofy figures that they did with this. Some of them are strong and playable for sure. They add to the Teen Titans keyword, and I think with what they did with some of the changes to like theme teams and stuff, with it not being as important, they trying to make it more important with the figures playing off each other well. So I think there's a lot of synergy and bonuses for playing the Teen Titans together in this set. So the art's not my favorite, but the pieces can still be fun and strong. And funny enough, this is a set where I'm not just dying to pull a chase. I'd be happier pulling a super rare prime or something. So it'll be funny. I'm gonna keep these separate, and me and Squints haven't discussed it yet, but more than likely we will set something up in some sort of sealed games. So we'll figure that out later. For right now, we're just gonna have fun opening this up, checking out what I got here today. So right out the gate, I'm pretty excited. I got Blue Lantern stop sign. Got the old Blue Lantern stop sign right out the gate. So I don't know the exact distribution. I don't know if all of the constructs are considered super rare. This one is got the coloration of a super rare. And I don't know if I said stoplight, but stop sign is what I mean. So this is awesome because I have the Chase Flash from Wonder Woman 80, who is a Blue Lantern Flash, who is one of my favorites, really strong, really fun to play. And he can generate these. And this stop sign has a trait: opposing characters within 2 squares can't use improved movement, period. They can't use any kind of improved movement. Well, it's not going to set up there quite like I wanted. It also has barrier on its dial, I guess if you want to call it that, printed on its base. So it has barrier and can prevent improved movement. So that is pretty strong. I mean, these are huge in the meta right now. Unfortunately, I'm not into the meta. I'd like to give it a try. I'm hoping maybe to try out some of the online play. But for right now, it is what it is. So I'm not sitting here playing them competitively, but if I were, I'd be bummed out because I think Wonder Woman 80 is about to be not modern legal anymore. So then we also got, here we go. Next up here, we have, he's kind of leaned back a little bit. Common Robin, #1 in the set. So again, if you see what I'm talking about, kind of the goofy, cartoony, big old head style art. This Robin, so here's a little bit what I was talking about with that, trying to make team ups or themes still important. He has leadership, outwit, and when Robin uses leadership and succeeds this turn, when a friendly character uses Titan's team ability, the chosen character heals 2 clicks instead of 1. So they're granting buffs for having the team ability, not necessarily the keyword here. And that's really all he's got going on. He's got Titans and Batman family team abilities, comes in at 50 or 25. Next up, we have set number 3, common, Shaggy. So if I'm being honest, I'm not dying to get all of the Mystery Inc. crew. This is fun. I don't mind it. I'm not stoked that they're the chases, but I'll take the Scooby-Doo characters. Again, this one's common. Traded super senses, and when Shaggy uses it and succeeds this turn, friendly characters with the Mystery Inc. keyword can use combat reflexes. The name of that trait, the flavor text, which, because in this set they still had it. Of course, for the traits they still have it, I believe, but it's taking the decoy on a leash. So that's kind of funny. Set number 29, Catwoman. Ooh, let's see, is this going to work out for me? Probably not. Maybe, maybe not. Well, we tried. Traded Precision Strike. When Catwoman hits, roll a d6. 3 through 6, unequip a hit character. Improved movement elevation, Batman family, and Underworld team abilities. So for 50 or 25 points, that's pretty good. She can Precision Strike, period. So all that new Spider-Man stuff, she's hurting the super senses. On top of that, a 3 through 6 to unequip a hit character. With how big special objects and equipment and things are now, that's pretty big deal. I mean, a 3 through 6. It's only not unequipping it on a 1 or 2. I mean, and that's a trait. So for 25 points, she can really wreck some people's plans with having their equipment. And then this one is hilarious to me. It is set number 38 rare, the Brain. Sorry. 35 points. Trait, I formed the Brotherhood of Evil. Leadership, and then the 2 dashes. Once per turn, for all characters with this trait, the Brain may be given a non-free action after being carried, but only if he shares a keyword with the character that carried him. His entire dial, he has Invulnerability and Mastermind. He has improved targeting, ignores characters. And so he starts with Outwit and Mind Control on his whole dial. So basically you can carry him in there and drop him off, and if the person who carried him in there and dropped him off has a keyword he shares, which he has Brotherhood of Evil, Secret Society of Supervillains, Animal, and Scientist, you get to Mind Control for free. So you can carry him in, drop him off. He's tiny size with a 7 range, which is pretty high nowadays. So you know, really excited about the Blue Lantern stop sign so far in that set. And that, okay, interesting. I still haven't fully decided how I feel about the constructs taking up a character slot when they've done things like that in the past to still give you all your characters and still add in something like that. But, you know, if it were something other than the constructs, I would be much more upset about it, I believe. So here we go. Set number 2. We have Scooby-Doo, Common Scooby. His trait is Shape Change. When Scooby uses it and succeeds, this turn friendly characters with the Mystery Inc. keyword can use Toughness. So that's pretty cool. What in the world? So he has 50 points and entire dial of... Okay, so he's got the traded shape change. His entire dial, he also has super senses and probability control. So Scooby could be a pain in the butt, and he can get to a 8 charge with a 12 quake. I think I actually listened to someone talk about the like, why in the world did they give like some of the Mystery Inc such high attacks? And well, Scooby's still dealing 3, so I'm not so sure about this, but one of the things I remember whoever I was listening to say is, you know, they can hit, they're just not gonna do a lot of damage. So take that for what you will. Next is set number 6, Starfire. And one thing I forgot to mention, some people like to watch these for set distribution and things. So I've started on the left side and done front and back, and I'm just working my way across. So this is set number 6, Starfire. Trait: when a friendly character uses the Titan's team ability, they may choose all adjacent friendly characters that have Titan's team ability instead. Each character heals 1 click and only 1d6 is rolled. So more Titan's team ability synergy here. Oops, there we go. Set number 20, uncommon, Blackfire. So she has a trait, let me guess, truth or death. Free, choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. Until your next turn, that character's combat values can't be positively modified. Okay, so I mean, I don't mind it as much as I thought I was going to, as far as that particular choice of design or art on the sculpts. This is one I'm excited about. It is set number 35, rare, Peacemaker. I don't know how powerful he is. I'm just excited about him because I like the show. It's a little more adult. You know, DC kind of tends to be. But this Peacemaker is unique, and he has mission points. When you gain 1 or more... Oh, sorry, wait. Let me make sure. So, first trait is when you gain 1 or more mission points after resolution, heal Peacemaker and a friendly character 1 click each. Sideline active: when a friendly character of 40 points or more is KO'd and you have 10 or more total mission points, after resolution you may generate Peacemaker on his red starting line from your sideline in that character's square. If Peacemaker started the game via this trait, when he uses probability control after resolutions, gain 1 mission point. Interesting. So that is pretty cool. And then he's got a special damage that's probability control. When an opposing character within range uses probability control to target a friendly character of greater or equal points than themselves, after resolutions, give that opposing character an action token. So if you have a little support piece for your probs, they're going to have it to take a token for using it. He is a team player and Suicide Squad team abilities. And that's about it. He's a Suicide Squad assassin, martial artist. So his only named keyword is Suicide Squad. But I'm excited. Fresh piece for my Suicide Squad team. You know, he's not terrible values and things on his own. And I kind of like my Suicide Squad. And then my last one here, it's okay. I got a red construct. I got the Spotlight. So the Spotlight has a trait, free, improved targeting, ignores hindering. Choose an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire. The chosen character modifies range and attack -1 when making range attacks until your next turn. So, I mean, that's not bad. It's got sidestep and energy shield deflection. So, modifying range and attack -1 to a range character That's not bad. That's pretty nice. This one wasn't really on my radar. The Spotlight construct for any lantern color. But again, I don't. That's not bad. Bad ability there. It can help. That can definitely come in useful. You know, so far, I got a red and a blue construct. I just don't want indigo. Indigo constructs I don't think will be very useful to me. There may be some people out there, maybe I'm just not giving them enough credit. They've just never really been my style. Now, the newer ones I haven't paid any attention to. They might be a little bit better than the older ones, especially because the changes to support now. I'm guessing that indigo still has some kind of play on support. So there's a chance that I'm wrong and I might like indigo more, but just never really cared as much about them. Predominantly, I'd like green and blue and red constructs. Green Lantern Corps, just obviously the straight up Green Lantern Corps, and then some red constructs with, you know, Guy Gardner, and then blue, like I mentioned my flashes earlier. And one guy I'm hoping to pull in this set is Saint Walker, who is a Blue Lantern. So we will see. We'll see if we can pull that off. And so far, it's looking like they just gave all of the constructs the super rare coloration for some reason. So here we go, and unfortunately we already got a dupe on the third on the third one, and that is good old Shaggy. So that's a dupe there. Here we go, set number 14. Whoops. We have Batman. It's a common Batman. He has a rally die, which is a green 3. Free, remove one of Batman's rally dice to choose a friendly character within range and line of fire. Until your next turn, the chosen character has Safeguard opposing Perplex. So that seems a little situational to me. I mean, there's definitely much more useful rally die. I guess for a common, that's not bad. Just a little bonus thing that you get after somebody rolls a 3 to protect yourself from some perplexes, so that could help. But he's all right, and he has his own perplex. Next, set number 24, Uncommon Jinx. I actually like this one. I kind of like the art on this one, and just the coloration, and she's got a pretty sweet little trait. This is a big time ad for my Titans team. Let me look at this. 40 points. Traded. Friendly characters with the Titans team ability have Mystics team ability. Wow. And she has a decently long dial. For 40 points, she has 6 clicks. Okay, her first KO line is on click 7. She has prob super senses her entire dial with Mystics and Titans team abilities herself. So she has those team abilities, and she's granting her Team Titan team ability friends Mystics as well, and she's got Precision Strike. Her defense is pretty low. Her attack is pretty low. 10 is the highest, and then it drops to 9. And then she's got Force Blast, which they brought back knockback damage, and there's some things that can work with Force Blast, so that could be helpful. Probably has a better chance dealing some damage just doing Force Blast rather than trying to hit with that 10 attack, but Precision Strike makes it tempting to try sometimes. I mean, she does have the prob to help herself out. Before I show you this guy, we got another construct that wasn't really on my radar, the lasso. So the lasso has a special attack ability, Incapacitate. When the lasso uses it, each opposing character adjacent to the original target also becomes targets. So incap, kind of energy explosion almost type of incap. And super senses, so it's alright. Sinestro core here, construct for this one, which works out well because we just got a super rare, set number 46, Sinestro. And wow, he was not, there we go. He was not quite one that I had, I didn't look into this set just a ton, to be honest with you. You could probably like, yeah, I can tell. Surprisingly enough, I just knew there were some lanterns and some constructs and I wanted them. So he comes in at 125 or 75 with the Injustice League team ability, super rare, but man, that sculpt is nice. Those kind of energy swords from his ring power, they look awesome. So he's got his little Sinestro core trait in Blackest Day. Perplex, when Sinestro uses it, he may negatively modify damage values. So that's pretty cool. Especially since you can't perplex damage any longer. Generally. And then he has a special attack. It is all caps knockback. And then pulse wave, but each hit opposing character is dealt 2 damage instead of 1. That is actually pretty nasty. Ignores all your abilities, all your powers to hit you for 2 and then knockback. And I think your abilities would turn back on before the knockback damage, but I've been wrong before. And then he gets a special damage, which is Leadership Outwit. And so for 75, he starts on click number 4. For 125, he's got 9 clicks. And then, like I said, starts on click number 4. If you start him on 75, he's got a 6 range with 2 targets. So he's pretty cool. Oh, you know what? I don't know how common or how easy it is to get the rings. I hope we pull some rings because they have changed up objects, and now characters with the specific keywords get to start out with the objects for free. So if I had a Sinestro core ring, Sinestro would get to start out with the ring for free, which would grant him other buffs. And then, also they can all generate any of these constructs. So we'll see which ones they pull, and then we'll see if I remember. I'll talk about some of the other ones that if we don't end up seeing them. So again, this is, if the brick is facing you, we're going from the left to right with the brick facing you. So this is the back second one. All right, so we have another Mystery Inc. And if I'm going to get the whole Mystery Inc., I definitely want this guy. Fred. Fred gets to drive the old Mystery Machine. He has a trait called Driving the Mystery Machine. Just gives him passenger 4. I didn't look into this. I had heard he had that, but it doesn't require anything special. It just gives him passenger 4, so he can carry any 4 characters. It does not have to be a Mystery Inc. crew. So that's pretty cool. I mean, he's only 50 points, I kind of would have guessed he would have been a little bit cheaper, but he's got sidestep, TK, an 18 defend, and leadership. All with carrying those 4 characters. So that's pretty cool. I don't mind Fred. You know, I might have to make Squints take a run against the Mystery Inc. That is one that he would probably get frustrated with. He'd be like, why do these regular, goofy, stupid characters have powers like that? We joke and talk about it sometimes. One of my favorite was I built just an annoying scientist team with like 2 main characters like Lex Luthor and somebody else, and then had a bunch of like scientists and different scientists from different sets, and it was frustrating, and it was funny because he's like, why are they taking my Hulk's powers away? I'm like, science. So Minos, you know, and these things are probably awesome. Like, I recognize some of them. This wasn't a show I was into, but I'm happy for people who were loving and into this. So he's got a special speed ability, hypersonic speed, but gains passenger 1 instead of passenger 0, but only to carry characters that can use hypersonic speed. So that actually is 25 points with super senses. That is pretty stinking dirty. Hypersonic can carry a hypersonicer while using his hypersonic. He can run in there and whack somebody and drop off a pal that can do the same, but now his pal can get away. And he's got super senses and precision strike. He's not hitting very hard. He's only got 2, but it can't be reduced below 1 because of precision strike. Only a 10 attack, but I mean, 25 points can hypersonic and carry a hypersonicer. That sounds like it has some potential that I need to play around with. Next, we've got a unique, with the Outsider's team ability. I like that team ability. It can be really strong. Free, for those of you that don't know, Outsiders. Free, choose a character, including itself, within 6 squares in line of fire. Until your next turn, the chosen character's combat values can't be modified. So you can keep yourself from being negatively modified. You can keep your opponent from positively modifying themselves with that. And he generates one of the bystanders. It's on the back of, I believe we said it was the penguin, the negative spirit. So the negative spirit has Outsider's team ability as well. It has a special speed, which is passenger 0, hypersonic speed. When negative spirit uses hypersonic speed, after resolutions, deal 1 damage to an opposing character he moved through during the action. So if he hypersonics and moves through, interesting. If he moves through a character during hypersonic, he gets to deal them 1 damage. Now, it's not penetrating, so it had to be someone that has super senses or something. Not a reducer, obviously. But it also has a trait, free. If negative spirit wasn't generated this turn and is adjacent to negative man, remove negative spirit from the game. So to generate it, it's a power action. You can only have 1. If negative spirit bystander is on the map, negative man cannot be given move actions or make attacks. Okay. When the negative spirit bystander is KO'd after resolutions, roll a d6 and deal negative man damage equal to half the result. Protected pulse wave. Oh, and this guy's got stealth, in power, toughness, and poison. So he is 45 points. Obviously Doom Patrol. Kind of fun piece. Can be potentially annoying. Here we go. We have, they call a Violet. This is a Star Sapphire, of course. Lasso. So another Lasso, which is what we just got with Sinestro Core, for Sinestro Core there. So we have now a Sinestro Core and a Star Sapphire Lasso. You know, at the beginning of the video, I said didn't really want to pull a chase. I wanted some super rares and things. Well, I got a chase, of course. And thankfully, it wasn't one of the Mystery Inc. characters. I got to chase Robin. So actually, this is pretty cool to me. It's cartoon Robin. 25 points, Police and Batman Family Team Ability. Or Batman Ally, I guess. Trait. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when an adjacent friendly character named Batman is given a move, close, all caps move, close, range, or power action, after resolutions, you may give Robin the same type of action as free. That's pretty cool. He's got combat reflexes and close combat expert. But, I mean, he's got PD, so if you're standing next to Batman and Batman takes a shot, well, their defense is -1 if Robin can see them, and then Robin can take a shot at him for free. So, that's kind of cool. And then, you know, after he gets done taking a shot, that was free. He could follow it up and charge on him with his close combat expert. So there's some fun to play around with there. I don't know much about how sought after these chases are in this set. I know one that I've heard discussed was Scrappy Doo, which pretty. I do like Scrappy. I wasn't like, oh, I gotta have him. I like Scrappy as a character in the cartoons. He's funny, obviously, nostalgia. I think there's only a chase Scrappy. I think for the Mystery Inc., there is a main set version, well, a lower rarity, and then chase for each of them. I don't know about that for Scrappy. I think there might only be the chase Scrappy. For those of you, again, keeping track of distribution, that was the second from the left on the back. So I feel like personally most of the time it's the back boosters that I get that in. If you know, no spoilers, but go watch some of our other unboxings and check me on that. Whoops, what's going on there? I'll have to go back and look myself, but I do believe that is typically where we find those. Ooh, okay. Well, this is so here. There we go. So first thing I'll show you, this booster, another lasso. So we have lasso constructs for 3 different lantern cords now. Blue lantern lasso. Probably one of the ones I wanted the least. We now have one for each, or sorry, not for each, but for multiple lantern cores. But that's okay. It's the way it is. I'm a little worried about being able to acquire all of the lantern stuff I want again. Probably gonna have to wait longer than I'd like, just to wait for it to get, out of the meta, because the ones that look fun to me, of course, are ones that are being used meta right now. Such I said I'd mention them later. I'm hoping for some chainsaws, fire hydrants. I got the one stop sign for the blue lantern, so that's nice. Like I said, stop sign, fire hydrant, chainsaw. Those are the three that I was kind of hoping for of the types of constructs. Here we have, well, I'm gonna have to try to turn his dial later. Kid Flash, set number 11. Boom. Kid Flash. Special damage ability, free, roll a d6, 5 through 6, remove an action token from an adjacent friendly character that's less points than Kid Flash or that shares a keyword with him. So 50 points. Nowadays, finding a character that's less than that isn't too hard, but they don't have to be lower points than 50 if they share Teen Titans or Speedster with him. So again, probably playing him and synergizing all that Teen Titan action going on here. And of course, he's got the old hypersonic speed. Man, it is weird adjusting to these smaller speed values. I was just looking at it like, oh my gosh, it's only a 9 hypersonic speed, but the maps are smaller. So I think they were obviously looking ahead when they were putting out this set. Okay. Set number 15, we have common Superman. Pretty traditional, nice little Superman pose we got going on there. He has a rally die, which is a blue 1, so a friendly attack roll of a 1. Free, remove one of Superman's rally dice to remove an action token from a friendly character within range, which is 5. So a friendly character within 5, you can remove an action token from him, and you can remove a rally die from him, remove an action token from them, which, yeah, he could use it for himself, the way it's worded, if I'm not mistaken. He's got 3 starting lines, so he can come in at 150 points, he can come in at 75 points, or 50 points. He is a team player and Superman team ability, so, oh, and he has improved movement, destroys blocking. So that's pretty good. On top of all that, he has a special attack. When Superman hits with a range attack, choose one to last until your next turn. A hit character can't use stop clicks. Whoa. Ouch. Or a hit target gains immobile. So for every single starting line, he has that special attack ability, which seems potentially just dirty to me. Like, well, boom. I just ranged you with Superman. You can't use your stop click now. That's pretty cool. Okay. More Doom Patrol here. Elastigirl. Sometimes I lose control of my form. Giant Reach 4, regen as free, but only if Elastigirl was damaged since your last turn. So, hey, you damaged Elastigirl? Well, now she gets to regen as free. For 60 points, she starts with an 18 invincible shape change, Outsider's team ability, and that trait. So Giant Reach of 4, and she can regen as free if you damage her. Which, so like, invincible, like, potential to be very annoying to kill. I mean, she's not protected outwit or anything. So yeah, it's, when I say dirty, I'm not talking like I'm gonna go win worlds with this piece. I'm just saying, like, in our casual games, our tournaments that we play, maybe even sealed, there's fun potential. Like in a sealed game, I feel like she would be a great pull because it's fairly safe to just run her up there and try to fight and swing with her because she's not going to be easy to take out. Here we have set number 43, Rare Aquaman. You probably heard me fidgeting around with the bubble wrap that he came in. Man, that's a nice sculpt. I don't remember if I said it about Superman, but he was too. Trident's a little bent, but that's all right. Pretty sweet. 100 points or 50 points. I'm really hoping that this can be my Aquaman. I don't have really a go-to Aquaman that I like. He's got the Justice League team ability. At the beginning of the game, generate 7 water terrain markers anywhere on the map. Okay. And of course he's a swimmer. So generating 7 water terrain anywhere on the map. That's nice. Leadership. When Aquaman uses it and succeeds after resolutions, you may generate a water terrain marker in a square within range. So when he succeeds on leadership, you don't have to pick. If you succeed, you get to do it, or generate a tentacle bystander in a square of water terrain within range. You can have a max of 8 of those tentacles. And then if a 6 was rolled, you get to put out water and a tentacle. So those tentacles, no wonder like 4 of those characters, or 4 of the tokens from the set had the tentacles on them. They have plasticity. They have a trait if the tentacle doesn't occupy water terrain, KO it. So, okay, understandable. And then they have they have Empower, and they have a special attack, which is Quake Giant Reach 3. Ooh. Okay, with the way the new rules work, the new Quake, they can be taking out walls, and they can be taking out barriers and things. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. I think there's some definite fun potential, you know, again, with our casual games and stuff we play. Hope I'm not moving too slow through this. I'm just taking it in, and I'm flying solo, but I'm enjoying myself some DC. It's been so long since I've gotten to enjoy some DC. You know, we went like, I mean, definitely a year without a DC set, I think. And I know, whatever, like, I'm not complaining about all that. I just enjoy DC, so I was anxious to get with some. Ooh, okay. There's a couple things that are interesting about this exact booster. So, first, we are missing only one member of the Mystery Inc. crew now, because we just got Daphne. Daphne, special trait is Secret Door. Free, destroy a piece of blocking terrain within range and line of fire, which is a 5. 5 range on Daphne, destroying some blocking, and she's got a 12 attack, but it's in cap. She only deals 1 damage. Okay, fair, kind of like I was talking about earlier, but she does have energy shield deflection and Empower. Cool. Mystery Inc. Potentially some fun. She's 50 points. So let me just double check. Are they all 50? So 300 point team for the whole crew, I think. No, my math is wrong there. Oh well. That's something we can worry about later. We can figure that out later. So one of the things I was going to say is interesting. We got Harley and Ivy here in the same booster together, rocking the same pose with their Arkham Asylum prisoner uniforms on, and it kind of goes along with my legacy card that I talked to you about earlier. I'm pretty sure they qualify to come in for that. They each have a 50 or a 25-point starting line. So they're very similar. Harley has a trait. On the run, friendly characters with the Batman enemy team ability have the Suicide Squad team ability. Huh. Oh my gosh. Batman enemy team ability characters. There's a potentially nasty team. Harley gives them all Suicide Squad. Friendly characters with the Batman enemy team ability can use stealth from Poison Ivy. And the Joker, I am going to be upset if I do not pull. According to his team-up card that I showed you at the beginning, he can give them all Mystics. So you can give them Mystics, Suicide Squad, and Stealth. And I think... I'm pretty sure his team-up also gives them Toughness. So they're just getting loaded up. Poison Ivy also has a special attack ability, which is Poison, but deals damage even if moved or placed this turn. That is pretty strong. So if she comes in at 50 points, she starts with that. If she comes in at 25, it's only on her last click. She has regular poison to start out on her 25-point line. But, wow. I hope I pulled that Joker. Monsieur Mala. Monsieur Mala? I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, actually. I'll figure it out later. Sorry if it's really driving you nuts to listen to me say that. Traded. So he is set number 31A. Okay. Do we have a Grodd Prime, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. But traded willpower. When uses it and succeeds, you may also remove an action token from an adjacent friendly character he shares a keyword with. He's Brotherhood of Evil, Secret Society of Supervillains, Animal and Scientist. And then his special speed. So he comes in at 60 points. His top 3 clicks, he has a special speed power, which is Charge, Leap, Climb, Running Shot. So he can move and attack, close or range. Oh, but starts out with Range Combat Expert. So starts out with Range Combat Expert. So you're probably going to want to use that Running Shot. But Leap, Climb gives him improved movements now. And then, pretty good piece of equipment here. We got the utility belt. Keyword, Batman Family. So anyone with the Batman Family keyword can start with this equipped for free. It's got a little arrow, on the base there. And on the back of the card, kind of a little dial. So, here it is. You get to start it out pointed at any image of your choice on the back of this card. Free, roll a d6 and turn the utility belt clockwise a number of times equal to the result. If this character has a listed keyword, turn it to any number up to the result, minimum of 1. This character can use the listed effect, if any, until your next turn. So, you started on a Batman Family figure for free. You get to pick. If I roll a 6, I can turn it anywhere between 1 and 6. If I roll a 3, I can turn it 1, 2, or 3, but I have to at least turn it 1. And you get to start it out pointed where you want, and it's a free action to roll the d6. So if there's only one of these possible 6 things that you even want to use, you don't have to ever roll. You get to just keep that. So the options are smoke grenades, smoke cloud, comma, smoke cloud is free. That's cool. You could throw up a lot of smoke cloud. Next is handcuffs, which is in-cap plasticity. Grapple gun. Well, it says grapnel gun. Force blast, leap, climb. Batarangs gives you range combat expert with a minimum range value of 4. Okay. Ooh, disguise kit gives you improved movement, ignores characters, and shape change. So that sounds like the one I like the best right now. And then the first aid kit gives you regen and support, regeneration and support. And if you do have to pay the cost for this, if you want to put it on somebody else that's not Batman family, it is only 10 points. So that's a pretty nice little equipment there. Bum, bum, bum. Hope I'm not taking too long for you guys. Like I said, I apologize. I'll see if I can speed it up a little bit. I'm just taking it in. Moving along, we're almost through it now. Oh, okay. Not too shabby here. Is this? Okay. We'll look at you first. We got Moss. So the other one that looked just like this was Manos. Moss has the same speed power and 25 points also. So he can hypersonic, but gains passenger 1 to carry a character with hypersonic. So they can run around and carry each other while they're hypersonicking. Or they can, you know, obviously run some of your other hypersonicers in and out. Like, you run up there with one of your hypersonicers and get stuck. These guys can run up there and pull them out, pretty much. So I feel like there's some fun potential with that. Some stuff that I'm gonna need to look into. So we got a nice Doom Patrol sub theme here. We just pulled Robot Man. He is uncommon, set number 18. And not terrible sculpt there. Not too bad. He's kind of a cool guy. Little Fonzie action. If you know who that is. I don't know how much people know Fonzie anymore. He has traded willpower. When Robot Man uses it after resolutions, you may move him up to a number of squares equal to the result. Man, you don't even have to succeed on willpower. Just says when he uses it after resolutions, you may move him up to a number of squares equal to the result. So just for trying willpower, you get at least 1 free move. Also Outsider's team ability. Improved movement destroys blocking. Pop, man, there could be a nasty little Doom Patrol team in this set. I don't know how many of them they put in here. If they have all of them. I know that old Chief in his wheelchair, that was a legacy card. One that I was kind of hoping for. I don't know how strong they made him or anything. I haven't looked at that. I just know that he is one. Here we have our Wonder Woman. So we got the Trinity. We've pulled all 3 of them now. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. She comes in at 75 or 50, and she is set number 16. She has a red 6 rally die. Free, remove one of Wonder Woman's rally dice to heal a friendly character within range 1 click. So if your opponent rolls a 6 on an attack, you get to put a rally die on her. you can remove one to heal one of your characters within 3 of her. So she only has a 3 range, so you got to be a little closer. But still, some free healing is not bad. Wonder Woman team ability, so super senses, succeeds on a 6 unless she can use super senses, and then she's also a team player. Her special attack ability is Giant Reach 3 Quake. When Wonder Woman hits after resolutions, hit characters can't use damage powers until your next turn. Wow. So both her starting lines have that special attack. So she can take away damage powers. I'm excited to try some of these pieces. They're just doing some fun stuff. Not over OP, but fun. Another super rare. A little disappointed. But that's okay. Hopefully I can trade this guy for something that I did want. But it's Cyborg. So, I mean, it's alright. But again, not one I was after necessarily. He has willpower, but he succeeds on a 4 through 6. When he uses it and succeeds, choose a standard attack power, and you may choose an adjacent friendly character. Cyborg and the chosen character can use the chosen power this turn. He has improved targeting, ignores characters. So, four through 6 chance to clear himself, and if he does, you can pick any attack power, and him and an adjacent friendly character can use it. So, yeah, that has some potential. And he's got a special attack power already himself. When an opposing character is generated within range or placed within range, this turn, they immediately gain a mobile and modified attack -1. Wow. There's a lot of placement going on right now. I mean, even for 50 points, I don't see this guy being that popular to use. That's pretty high for a perplex. But messing with those placed characters, that could make him a little more tempting for some people. And then possibly being able to give out the attack powers, but I don't know. And then last but not least here, we got the cowboy boot, the yellow cowboy boot. One of the reasons this is a little bit disappointing, not super, I mean, a Sinestro cowboy boot. The cowboy boot's not bad. It has, it is giant size. So the cowboy boot constructs are giant size. They have special speed power, which is free, knockback an adjacent opposing character 6 squares if it has tiny size, 4 squares if it has normal standard damage symbol, so standard size, or 2 squares if it has giant size. And then, why am I blanking? Oh my gosh. Is that, no, that is, wow, I'm so sorry. I am so rusty. I am blanking on the purple damage ability at the moment, but that's what he has. So, let's see, Force Blast would be attack. Smoke Cloud, I believe, would be speed. Combat reflexes. Oh, close combat expert. I'm pretty sure. Wow, this is sad. But what I was saying a moment ago is the only bummer about this is, and that boot actually looks sweet, but the yellow boot construct is what comes with the Yellow Lantern, the Sinestro Hal Jordan from the Wonder Woman 80. Of course, that will rotate out, so you'll need these. but, you know. Oh, baby. I've pulled a chase. I've pulled a couple super rares. The best thing in this one is a rare, but this is probably the booster I am the most excited about. Where to start? Well, nice. Okay, we'll start with you. Set number 9. Oh, common. Batgirl. Boom. I don't hate it on Batgirl. It's all right. Friendly characters with the Titans team ability. Have Batman family team ability. So she gives all your Titans stealth. That's it. She has it herself and Titans. And 45 or 20. 45 or 20 points. For 45, she starts with Outwit. For 20, she starts with Perplex. Wow. Next, we have a unique set number 19, uncommon, Red Raven. I think I've heard some talk about this one. Red Raven. She has Red 6 rally die. Free, remove 2 of Red Raven's rally dice. If you do, this game, she has Steel Energy. She is Colossal, and she has Cosmic Power team ability. Or Cosmic Energy, or whatever it is nowadays. Wow. So if your opponent rolls 2 6s in attacks during the game, and you give her a rally die each time, she can get Steel Energy with Colossal and Protected Outwit Willpower out. And her special speed is Charge Flurry. Her entire dial, so she's 75 points regularly with Teen Titans and Mystics team abilities. She has that speed power, so again, Charge Flurry. Charge Flurry. Her whole dial. If you remove 2 rally dice, she has Steel Energy with that. She can't be outwitted. She can try to clear her own tokens. She has a giant reach of 3. And then Blades, Claws, Fangs. Her entire dial. Super Senses, her entire dial. And Battle Fury, her entire dial. Yeah, there's some potential to be nasty there. And then you have characters like Batgirl, who can give her stealth. Jinx gives her oh, she already has Mystics, so, but, you know, whatever. What is it? I think it was Starfire is able to help heal her, giving bonuses to the actual team ability. Robin had some bonuses for the team ability. So there's things that can buff her up even further if you're actually playing her on a Titans team. But even if not, there's a lot of scariness about that. This has got to be one of my favorite sculpts for a Mr. Freeze I've ever seen. He just looks pretty sweet. I mean, that cold blast coming out of the gun and the coloration on him, that is cool. So he's a rare, set number 39. He has improved targeting, destroys blocking, and wall adjacent. Okay. He has a rally die, which gives him barrier. It's a blue 2. And then free, remove 1 of Mr. Freeze's rally dice to use barrier as free, but only to generate 2 markers. I like it. His special attack power is all caps knockback. And then when Mr. Freeze hits with a range attack, choose one. Hit characters are given an action token. Or hit characters can't use speed powers until your next turn. Awesome. He's awesome. He is Batman enemy team ability. So Harley can give him Suicide Squad. Ivy can give him, I think it was toughness. But I got my Joker. This guy could give him Mystics. Nasty. So Joker's trait is friendly characters with the Batman enemy team ability have Mystics. That's it. 50 points. He has plasticity, poison, super sensitive, shape change. So just as annoying as he should be with Mystics. And the Batman enemy team ability. So I am super excited to start playing these pieces. Especially my villains, my DC villains, my new Joker. And like I said, got the Red Raven, got the sweet Mr. Freeze, and got the Joker that I really desperately wanted, and I got a blue chainsaw. So one of the lantern cores I said I wanted, and one of the constructs I said I wanted. We haven't seen a chainsaw yet. They have Flurry, Blades, Claws, Fangs. So you can run up and spit this guy out, and it can flurry blades. The cool thing about it is, if I'm not mistaken, the way a lot of it's being used, you can carry up your lanterns. Within a certain amount, they can drop this guy out. They can now, after you carried everybody, be dropped out and make an attack, because no one else can be given costed actions, but throwing this guy out is a free action, and then it can be given costed actions. So I am so excited to start playing this stuff. I can't say it enough. Start trying it out. We've been out of it for too long, and there's so much to be excited about now that we're able to finally get back. The last thing that also came in that is a mystery case file. So these new, throwing things around here, special cards. The way I kind of described it to Squints last time is it's like a title character on a card. So for this one, let me see here. Okay, so that's just general stuff about all the mystery cards. When a friendly character with a listed keyword uses Perplex to target an opposing character, after resolutions gain 1 clue token. So you can have multiple of these on your sideline or on your force, as I understand it, but you choose one every time that an effect triggers. So when a friendly character perplexes an opposing character, you gain a clue token. For 3, if you have 3, friendly characters can use shape change but only succeed on a 6. If you have 6, when a friendly character uses shape change and succeeds, after resolutions heal them 1 click. So not mind-blowing, not a crazy one. I think there's better ones out there, but it's cool, and it's just some extra stuff for perplexing your enemy down. So it's not annoying enough that I just weaken you with my perplex. Well, now I get to gain bonuses for doing that as well. I get to make it harder for you to hit me. I get to potentially heal up from it as well. Okay. Well, I can say 2 boosters left. After this booster, I am satisfied with this break. We completed the Mystery Inc. gang. Whoops, we got our Velma. She is set number 12. When an opposing, so her trait, She has improved targeting through hindering. I didn't pay attention. Surely I would have noticed if they had the rest of them had stuff like this. She has improved targeting through hindering. That's funny to me. I guess she'll spot everything. When an opposing character within range and line of fire uses probability control after resolutions, you may heal a friendly character with the mystery and keyword 1 click. So she has an 8 range. When a character within 8 of her that she can see uses prob, you get to heal one of your mystery and characters. Wow, Velma is nuts, and she has outwit. Oh man, I can already see busting out this crew on Squints and him getting frustrated. And I wish he was here to laugh about that with me, because I'd like to. We're gonna have to have like a recap where we talk about it together. We got set number 5. So this is Raven. This is regular Raven. Special attack is penetrating psychic blast and telekinesis. She is 75 points or 50 points and has Titans and Mystics and has a 5 range. Okay. Set number 25, uncommon, Power Girl. So I don't mind some of this sculpts as much as I thought I would initially. They've grown on me, or I've gotten used to them. Friendly characters with the Titans team ability have the Superman team ability, so they can all improve targeting through hindering. Nice. For 75 or 40 points. Moving things around a little bit here. We got another Red Lantern construct. This is a new one we have not seen yet. Catcher's Mitt. Special defense. I got you. Adjacent friendly characters have energy shield deflection, and it has sidestep. So sidestep, and it can give adjacent friendly characters energy shields. So situational. I could see that coming in handy and being helpful. You're trying to move up and kind of protect yourself as you advance, maybe. The Wonder Woman 80 lanterns could continue generating whatever constructs they wanted. I think they decided that was too powerful, and now it's limited, if I'm not mistaken, in this set. So they can only generate each construct once per game, the ones from this set. But of course, as I say that, I think I'm about to show you the one guy that's got an exception to that, because I pulled super rare Larfleeze. Very stoked about this. Pumped. I got my orange lantern here. Trait, plasticity. Opposing characters within range can't automatically break away, and he's got a 6 range, 2 targets. He is 175 or 100 points with only 1 KO line. So he is built to be a one-man army. He has the Cosmic Energy team ability, so willpower and safeguard outwit. Perplex pretty much his whole dial. He's got another trait. Larfleeze can be equipped with any number of equipment at the same time. When a non-standard character within range and line of fire is KO'd, after resolutions, you may roll a d6 and heal Larfleeze equal to half the result. So if a non-standard character within 6 squares and line of fire is KO'd, he can basically regen. His special speed is charge mind control, and mind control is free but only to target non-standard opposing characters. So, okay. he's got something against standard, non-standard opposing characters. And then, of course, his special defense is Barrier Impervious, and Barrier is free to generate 2 markers, which is awesome. But he doesn't start with that special defense on any of his clicks. Or, sorry, on either of his starting lines. On his top one, he starts out with Invincible, which is nice because you're probably going to get knocked to that special defense. And on that special defense click, he's got that Steal Energy. And then on his second line, he starts with Invulnerability for 2, and then the next 3 are that special defense. And like I said, Perplex most of it, and then towards the end, Battle Fury. And his last 2 clicks of his top dial, and then his last 3 of his entire dial, he's got Steal Energy. So he'll be fun. I'm really excited. The sculpt, oh man, I don't know how well you can see it, but it is nice. I'm happy about that one. He looks good. He's excited. I think my main want was, I'm talking like character-wise. Chase is included, super rares included. I think my main want was the old Saint Walker. I like that guy, and he's with my Blue Lantern Flash and whatnot. But Larfleeze, that I'm happy with that. I would like to get my hands on Dexstar, so we'll see. Maybe do some trading, whatnot. But our last booster for the brick. So, I think this is only our second dupe, if I'm not mistaken, which is not bad. So, dupe Batgirl. She's the same, the common set number 9. Man, this dude. I didn't know he was just a common. I'm excited. We got big old beefy amazing sculpt Clayface. I got a massive hammer kind of axe on one side and his big old like mace hand on the other. He is pretty cool. Special damage that he's 50 points, entire dial of plasticity, entire dial of invulnerability, an entire dial of his special damage power, which is shape change. When Clayface uses it and succeeds after resolutions, you may generate a Clayface bystander protected outwit. So he's got shape change, and well, had a quick wardrobe change. Man, been out of this for a little bit, so technical difficulties. Had to wait and come back and finish this. So sorry about that. Kind of left off talking about Clayface. Talking about what all he had. So everything is the same for his entire dial. The special damage, and then plasticity and invulnerability. Again, he's throwing out these pogs that also have plasticity and vulnerability. Their stats aren't outstanding. It looks like they match his final click. So his last click, which is click number 7, that is the stats and things that these Clayface duplicates get, and minus that special damage, which would be nasty if they were also splitting off into more of themselves. Quick note on here, they also have the Batman enemy team ability, and if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to read the wording again and check on the whatever it's called, how this works together, but I think that means Joker can give them Mystic's team ability. So That's annoying. That's a fun matchup, playing Clayface with Joker. Spit out a duplicate for succeeding on shape change, and then those duplicates get mystics. So you kill a Clayface duplicate, deal with mystics. That is fun, and there's no maximum amount of those duplicates he can generate. So if he keeps succeeding on his shape changes, he gets to keep just making those. So that is a fun Clayface, and the sculpt again is sweet. Bumblebee, she's all right. She's an uncommon, number 17 from the set. Titan's team ability. Special attack is Incap with Incap Precision Strike. When Bumblebee uses Incapacitate, she also deals normal damage to hit characters given an action token, which is only 2. Well, I guess if she gets damaged, she deals 3. Willpower, her whole dial, and Hypersonic, her first 2 clicks. Running shot, her last 2. And I can't remember if I said, but 40 points. So it's all right, kind of cool, not bad. Happy about this guy. It was a while before we had some solid Martian Manhunters, and now they're giving us a few. So pretty cool sculpt here. Oops, if I can get it to kind of focus in for you. Maybe, we'll see. He is a rare, set number 36. He's got a 75 or 40 point line. So he has the police team ability and the outsiders team ability, and his trait: when Martian Manhunter uses outsiders and targets an opposing character, that character can't be given free actions until your next turn. So that seems fairly thematic, pretty cool. Oh, he also has improved movement through blocking and characters, if I'm not mistaken. He doesn't destroy the blocking, but he can move through it. And I'm not familiar as I should be with some of the new interactions, so I think that's like just the old, he can move through walls and blocking and barrier and all that. And then his special speed power, which he only gets on his very first click for his top dial, so 75 points. Opposing characters can't target Martian Manhunter unless he has made an attack this game. Period. He cannot be targeted. Obviously, there are certain things that you could do to make that happen, to get around targeting. Pulse Wave, Energy Explosion, things like that. But, I mean, in general, that's pretty cool, because on that click, he has the Outsiders and Police team ability, a flyer, and taking away free actions for using the Outsiders, which a lot more expensive. I wish he also got to start with that on his 40-point line. Maybe that would be too powerful. But it's like a souped-up Billy Batson. I loved Billy. Like, taking away those free actions, I was able to have a lot of different fun interactions, because we kept being like, oh, I can take this away with Billy. So all the time we would find things that applied to. So I'm going to play around with this guy. I think he'll be fun, but 75, I wish you could also get it on his 40-point line. But so on that first click, it's that special speed with willpower and perplex. And then the second part of that special speed power, at the beginning of your turn, you may deal Martian Manhunter 1 unavoidable damage. So if you're kind of ready to start using him as an attacker, or it's just not as useful as you wanted as that support, and you can go ahead, give him that 1 damage and turn him into a charge piece with super strength, invincible, and shape change for 4 damage. So Like the sculpt, like the piece. I'm definitely gonna be trying him out and trying some things with him, having fun with him. Of course, he's Justice League International, and Outsiders, and then also Detective and Police. And then the last but not least, we got a chainsaw. We got the Sinestro Core chainsaw. So again, blades, claws, flurry with these guys. Just a bystander that you can generate with your lanterns. So that's awesome. That's fun. That's a nice one to end on. Sorry we're so rusty. Sorry we've been gone so long. I appreciate you sticking it out, making it to this point. We're going to be trying to get back into it, bringing you content. Don't know if we're going to be able to get right back to as frequent as we were before. And like I said, a lot went on that kept us away totally, and we're trying to get back into it, but we're still making adjustments to that. But super stoked about these 2 new sets. Again, did it in backwards order. We already did our Spider-Man Beyond Amazing stuff, so go check that out. It's already up on the channel. And then I'm gonna be trying to put this out again. Got some growing pains. We're rusty. We're knocking the rust off, so a little bit of technical difficulties in both of these, but we'll get there. Until next time.